Most people have zero idea that over 60% of products sold on Amazon actually come from everyday people like you and I, third-party sellers. And what if I told you you don't have to create your own product, run any ads, do any marketing, or buy stuff from China? Amazon Online Arbitrage is exactly what I used to make over $100,000 profit in just my first year at age 23. And in this video, I'm going to give you a full step-by-step guide on how to get started in 2025. I'm going to show you how to create your Amazon seller account, how to get ungated, the different software you need to use, as well as how to find your first winning products with some special tips and tricks a lot of people charge a lot of money for. Let's get right into it. All right, guys. So step number one is going to be getting your Amazon seller account created. All you need to do that is go to sell.amazon.com and then just hit sign up for a professional seller account. We can see here that more than 70% of Amazon sellers generate their first sales within 60 days. I want to make sure all of you guys watching this video make that happen a lot quicker. Selling on Amazon does cost $40 per month. However, that cost does not go up over time. So I'd recommend just going ahead and getting an Amazon seller account open today. It does take a couple days to verify. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know your personal situation, but Amazon does not require a formal LLC to get started on the platform. A lot of people let them hold that back. I personally didn't have an LLC when I got started. And then once I was doing like 10K a month in sales, I did switch to one, but Amazon doesn't formally require it. Step number two, once you have your Amazon seller account open, is actually going to be getting ungated to sell big brands and categories on the platform. To avoid fake products being sold on Amazon, Amazon actually makes you verify that the products you're selling are legit for certain big brands and categories. Luckily, though, that's very easy to do just using order confirmations and emails in 2025. So say you want to be able to sell like the entire grocery category, for example. All you have to do is go on a big site like Target.com, and we can look up a product that does well on Amazon, like the Yogi Tea brand right here. And now, say we go Yogi Tea brand right here. All we need to do is copy this and make sure there is a corresponding Amazon listing. We go ahead and plug that in right here. And then we can see, boom, there's like a single pack right here. Yeah, right there. So we can see single pack right there. So all we need to do to get ungated for the entire grocery category, not just this specific product, is buy 10 of these, and then immediately we're going to get the order confirmation email from Amazon, and then we're going to download that as a PDF, and that's what we're going to submit. You just have to make sure you do 10 of a product that's also listed on Amazon, and then you go in and add the product to your inventory. It's going to ask you to apply with the given documentation, and you're going to use that order confirmation email right there. Now, it is very important to note that it's completely normal to get declined a couple times, typically 5 to 10 times per brand when you're applying to get ungated. Don't worry about what Amazon says in those denials. Just keep resubmitting the same information. Start out with the order confirmation email. Eventually, you actually get more purchase documentation as the order ships and delivers to you. And that once the order actually arrives to you, you can add in a picture of the shipping label, a picture of the product, maybe download the shipping email as a PDF, show the credit card statement. Just make it super easy for Amazon to see that, okay, this product's actually legit and it's all good to go. Remember, getting declines is completely normal. Just keep resubmitting. Don't worry about what they say in the denial emails. While a lot of big brands and categories will require you to actually submit purchase documentation for them and go through the approval process, luckily there are a bunch of auto ungate products that'll actually get you ungated from the get-go for completely free without needing purchase documentation. We put together a big list of them right here in the auto ungate list. So I'm going to leave a link down below in the description. You can download this completely for free right here. It's a bunch of different brands. Now, I do want to make it clear, not all of these are going to be automatic approval, not even close. Every Amazon account is unique, which is kind of interesting, right? So you have a big list right here. Go through them. You can grab the ASINs right there. A couple ones that are really easy that'll automatically ungate for basically all of you guys watching this after you hit request approval and apply to sell. It's going to be stuff like Stafford and Cuddle Duds and Athletic Works and J. Crew Mercantile right there. And all you need to go ahead and do that literally today and most likely get 50 plus auto ungate brands done completely free is just go to Amazon Seller Central, add a product, paste in the ASIN you see from the list right here, and then go ahead and hit apply to sell and request approval. And if it isn't asking for documentation, you're good to go on that. So don't see ungating as like a massive roadblock. See it as something you do when you find something profitable, but it is excellent to go ahead through the process and see some auto ungates come through right away from the get-go using the auto ungate list. All right, guys, so now that we know how to get our seller account open and how to get ungated, now it's time to actually moving on to the product research side of things, where you make your money. Now, lots of beginners think you need a ton of complicated and expensive software to actually find profitable products to sell on Amazon. That's not the case whatsoever. I'm going to give you guys a full walkthrough on that right here. And then if you do want more personalized one-on-one help growing or starting your Amazon business in 2025, I do have a coaching program that I'll leave a link down below in the description for that you can go ahead and see more of what we offer, who it's for and everything like that. If you want personalized one-on-one help directly from me, you want to get on Zoom with me live one-on-one, you want to be a part of a community where other sellers are crushing the game, you want all my coupons, tips, tricks, and strategies, take a look at that if you're interested, and let's keep moving with the full online arbitrage tutorial. So a lot of beginners think that you need a ton of complicated and expensive software to get started. That's not the case whatsoever. All you need, guys, is two $20 per month tools: SellerAmp and Keepa. So SellerAmp right here is actually our product research tool that calculates the exact profit you're going to make on a specific item. And then Keepa down here is actually like stock charts for Amazon products. So let's take a look at how both of those work. So if we take a look initially at this item on Amazon, we can see it's these Goodfellow boxer briefs. We can see the lowest price right here is 36 bucks. That's the one the customer is going to buy that immediately shows up to them right there. Now, the worst thing you could do is buy items that don't actually sell well on Amazon. So one metric you really need to know that's the most important for how well something sells is going to be the BSR, aka the best sellers rank right here that we can see on SellerAmp. You need to download the SellerAmp Chrome extension and the Keepa Chrome extension. Google Chrome's where you're going to be doing product research right here. That's where you get it to show on the website right here. So the lower the sales rank, the better. You want to make sure you're staying below a 200,000 sales rank. For the most part, we can see this listing's 150K sales rank, so we know this actually sells well. A 1K sales rank sells better than a 20K sales rank, which sells better than a 50K sales rank, which sells better than a 200K sales rank. But for the most part, just stay below a 200K rank right there. Don't worry about this percentage right here, and don't really worry about the estimated sales as well right here, although as long as you're above like 30 per month, you're good to go on that. Now, the cool thing about SellerAmp is it actually takes into account shipping, fees, sales tax, literally everything. So, when I make these videos, people will comment like, what about the shipping cost? The cool thing is SellerAmp actually takes into account. Same thing with the Amazon fees, same thing with the sales tax. So we can see our maximum cost right here is $17.33. That's where we need to be in order for this to be a winning proc. So if we plug that in, we can see that gives us 30% plus in ROI, $5 profit per sale, and the sales rank's good, they're all in green. But if I plug in 18, then the ROI is going to be too low. So if I take a look over on Target right here, and that's how online arbitrage works, literally just buying discounted name brand products from Kohl's, Walmart, and Target, not needing to run any ads, anything like that, just selling on listings that already have proven sales history right here. I can see this is going for 18 bucks on Target. So we can see this is not quite good. But this is where the magic with online arbitrage comes in. If you watch till then, I'm going to show you a bunch of the tips and tricks here that can lower your buy cost to create more winning products. So if I go over to cardbear.com, Cardbear is a phenomenal way to lower your buy cost to create more winning products by purchasing discounted gift cards. So if I buy a $100 discounted gift card for 90 bucks, I just saved 10 bucks and boosted my profit margins. So we can see over on Target, we can get 10% discounted gift cards right here. So I can actually do math within the SellerAmp profit calculator and take off that 10% from this buy cost. And now this listing becomes $6 profit and about a 40% ROI after shipping fees, sales tax, literally everything. So SellerAmp shows us what's profitable today, but Keepa is going to show us what's actually profitable over time. So if we take a look down here on the Keepa charts, we can see how this listing's performed ever since it was added to Amazon right here. Now, initially, when you download the Keepa Chrome extension, you're going to see 3 different charts right here. I'd recommend clicking the sub ranks button right here to take away that middle chart. It's not super helpful. So now you're only going to see the top chart, which shows the demand and the price action over time, as well as the bottom Keepa chart, which is going to show the new offer count, otherwise known as the seller count over time. So we can take a look right here. Personally, I'd recommend always looking at the 3-month view right here. Right. And now we can see how this listing's done in terms of the seller count on the bottom. So the seller count in like January and early February was like 10. Now it's like 3, right? And then the price was like 35 pretty much all of January and February. And now it's like 36 right here, as we can see right there, and even popped up a little bit more, right? And then we can make sure the sales rank's been good over time. We can see the sales rank's been below 200K pretty much that entire time right there. And now we can see not only is this a winning product today, but it's also a winning product over time via the Keepa chart. And now how do we actually find more winning products from here? How do you go ahead and actually replicate this on your own? So most people think the best way to find stuff is to go to random websites and look through their clearance sections, which is known as manual sourcing. I actually wouldn't recommend that at all if you're a beginner. That's a big waste of time. What makes a lot more sense instead is going to be starting out on the Amazon side of things using what's called the storefront stalking method, where you take a look inside the storefronts of other sellers to find their fast selling, proven winning products with the good sales rank and proven sales history. And then we want to see, okay, what websites carry those products and how can we make them good using discounted gift cards and other tips and tricks I'm going to show you guys, especially at the end of the video, that a lot of people charge a lot of money for. So if we scroll down here, all we have to do on SellerAmp is open up the storefronts of these sellers that we know are making lots of money. How do we tell they're making lots of money? By their review count. So we can see this seller has 400 reviews. We know they're making money, right? This seller has 74 reviews. We know they're making money. This seller's got only 3, so we don't really know that. Don't worry about review count though, as obviously you do start out with a new seller, so you're going to have 0 reviews. The cool thing is Amazon's going to share the sales to everyone that's priced competitively on the listing. So only worry about review count in the context of opening up sellers to storefront stock. Obviously, you're going to start out at 0. Everyone starts with 0, right? So coming to this seller storefront, for example, as we do storefront stocking, we can immediately learn different brands and different categories that are reseller friendly right here. So for example, this seller's got a bunch of Betty Crocker stuff, bunch of Pillsbury stuff, bunch of Goodfellow & Co. stuff, right? Which Goodfellow & Co. only comes from Target, interestingly enough. Target owns the brand, right? So we can see all their brands, all their categories right here, as well as we can see all their fastest selling winning products here as well. Right? So now we can see, okay, this is a 28K rank. We know people are making money on that. This is a 265K rank. Probably would avoid that unless it's got a bunch of reviews, which we can see 41 reviews. It's actually not bad right there at all. Right there's the boxes we already found profitably right here. So now I can take a look through these sellers and take a look at all their fastest selling products. So for example, because this is a beginner friendly video, I'm going to take a look at Stafford right here. Obviously, we know that gated brands aren't something that you should avoid as a beginner. You just go through the process of getting ungated. But Stafford is an auto ungate, so I do want to show you guys what it looks like to find auto ungates profitable. And storefront stocking is a great way to find other auto ungate brands too. Right here. So for example, we see 142K rank, people making money on that thing. Let's take a look, right? 161K rank, people making money on that thing. Let's take a look. Obviously, not going to open up kind of repeat variations right here, but 717K rank, that's pretty high, but we'll take a look at the cube charts movement. It does have 60 of each, which I do like the idea of. Not all sales ranks are created equal. The shoes and clothing category is a ginormous category. So like a 200K rank in grocery typically isn't good, but like a 700K rank in shoes and clothing can totally be good, especially because this is a listing that does not have variations. It doesn't have other colors and sizes compared to something like this that does have variations, that does have other colors and sizes, in which case to find the best variations, what you'd want to do is go here and hit variations on Keepa. And now we can go ahead and see right here the variations that are doing the best right here. So this is like the buy box price, the review count, and then the offer count, aka the seller trend over time. So I want to avoid this one because it's going way up. We can see this one, it's relatively stable, went from 10 sellers to like 14. It's not that big of an increase. And then this one's at like 46. I definitely like the idea of this, right? So we'll go here and take a look. So this is lowest price is, yeah, 49 bucks right here. So yeah, so 50 bucks right there. We'll take a look at that. We can see 141K rank, about 200 estimated sales per month. So let's go ahead and plug this in on Google and see what we can do. So we can see, so yeah, 28 right here, right? So let's see. So this is, yeah, 27.6 into 50 right there. So sales rank's good. The profit per unit's good. Unfortunately, the ROI isn't quite there, but let's take a look on Cardbear and see if we can purchase discounted gift cards here too, or add in cash back or anything like that. So we can see JCPenney gift cards right here. Looks like GCX at about 14%, Card Depot at 17%. Let's see if Card Depot has decent size ones at 17% off right here. We can see, yeah, 15% off at 200. That's not bad whatsoever. And you can obviously combine to use multiple gift cards per order too. So if we go ahead here and take off, I believe it was 15% from there, right now, this listing actually becomes a winning product. And that's the biggest thing I really work with beginners in my coaching program about, is understanding that you don't find winning products, you make winning products. So you don't really find stuff profitable on the websites. Typically, you use these different tips and tricks. And what I do with my coaching guys is I plug them in on exactly the best discounts for different websites, because once you know the correct discounts for different websites, you can make money on them in perpetuity right here. So we can see now this listing checks out. We just have to make sure it's been profitable over time, taking a look at the Keep It chart right here. And we can see in which case, yeah, for like the past, 2+ weeks, it's been right at that 54 price point FBA, right? So we can see that's not bad whatsoever. We're looking at where that third-party FBA is right there. And then we can go ahead and use the Boxum shipment software to ship these products off in bulk to the Amazon FBA warehouse. right there. So obviously it's rare to find, a winning product on your first go here in terms of like first item you open up. Not even close to everything's going to be profitable, but over time, you're going to learn the different discounts for different websites, and it's going to be a little bit easier. So if we go ahead and Google this with SellerAmp, we can see, yes, this is 24, right? Even with the big gift card, that's definitely not going to be good, right? Just about break even. So I don't like that, unfortunately. And then we can see this listing as well. Yeah, it's up like 38 here, right? And we can see while the sales rank's really, really high, what I can see is this listing doesn't have variations. It doesn't have other colors and sizes on it. So it's competing in the shoes and clothing category against listings that do have lots of variations. So no wonder it has a higher sales rank. And I can also see that the price has been really stable over time too. And the price hasn't really dropped and the competition hasn't shot up. So I know that people are happy and making money on this right here. So all I have to do is hit this Google button in SellerAmp right here, and we can see, yeah, 20.4 over on JCPenney's right here. So 20.4, right? Close. And then I can use that discounted gift card from Cardbear there too, take off that 15%, right? And now this listing becomes a winning product right there. And then a little pro tip too, as well, right? So we can see this one ships from Amazon. So this is an FBA listing. If you ever see in the buy box a seller that doesn't ship from Amazon, they ship from themselves, that means they're doing merchant fulfilled. Right there, you can typically price above them too, but when you're a beginner, just match the buy box price for the most part. And now you guys can see how powerful discounted gift cards are. We just found 2 winning products pretty quick on a brand that all of you guys can sell from day one for the most part right there. And now you guys can get started storefront stocking on your own and run the same play for all these brands and other winning products you see in my videos, and just find stuff that sells quick using storefront stocking, plug it in on Google, and then figure out how you can make those items profitable. More on that right now. So definitely the number one mistake I see beginners make with product research is they get really excited, they get SellerAmp, they get Keep Up, and they do a bunch of sourcing, and they're like, okay, I'm finding stuff that sells quick. It has a good sales rank. I just can't make the numbers work profitability wise. I got you guys right here. This is the sauce right here. So each website has 1 or 2 different tips or tricks that create the profit margins. You guys saw the first couple winning products we found in this video on Target and JCPenney's. Both use discounted gift cards there, right? So other ways you can go ahead and do that is using the free coupon and cashback extensions like Capital One Shopping, Be Frugal, Retail Me Not, Rakuten, Coupon Birds, and Top Cashback. You want to download those. Those are just Chrome extensions that'll show you different coupons different websites have. Each website has unique discounts, but luckily, you only have to learn them once, right? There's also a lot of email account and text sign-up coupons that some websites will offer. Dick's Sporting Goods or Nautica is a great example of that, where they'll pop up a little sign-up where you can put in your information and get a coupon right there. Honestly, just digging around on coupons on Google is a great way too, or just asking customer service if there's any additional discounts right there. And just being in the community and networking with other sellers has served me really, really well, just finding other sellers to mastermind with online. Discounted gift cards on sites like Cardbear, you guys saw it's a great way to save 4 to 15% off or even a little bit more in some cases. Some websites have awesome rewards programs like Kohl's Cash that really, really help too, as well as sites like Walmart and Home Depot. You can actually get what's called a reseller certificate from your state's website and submit those. That's really, really helpful too, to actually avoid sales tax right there and save 5 to 10% depending on state. Getting on a listing quick merchant fulfilled is also a moat too, because sometimes when a holiday sale will happen, a bunch of sellers will hop on it, but not if you sell it merchant fulfilled rather than shipping items off to FBA. I have a full merch fulfilled store on my channel as well. Holiday sales coming up is like St. Patrick's Day, Easter, and Mother's Day coming up in May in a couple months as well. And always look to combine these different opportunities too. On a coaching call with my guys last night, we were talking about a Yankee Candle opportunity where there were actually multiple discounts we could stack together, and nothing was profitable without it, but a ton of stuff was profitable with it. As well as just keeping good organized spreadsheets in the SellerAmp Google Sheets feature is really helpful too, where we can just one-click export out our items to an almost good spreadsheet if they're almost there, or an out-of-stock spreadsheet if they're good, but they're just out of stock, right? So that's really, really helpful too, as well as using smart repricing and pricing above the buy box when possible. To start out, just match the buy box though. But if something's selling really well, see if you can get buy box at higher prices too. And then also using a sales tax-free prep center is a great moat as well. Eventually, once you can send like 500 units per month, you can ship to a sales tax-free prep center, and compared to paying 8% sales tax, say you live in Texas, for example, you could pay $1.50 a unit and ship to a sales tax-free prep center in New Hampshire, Delaware, Oregon, Montana, etc. right there. So there's a bunch of ways to lower your buy costs and create more profitable products, and that's exactly how you do it. Hope this full online arbitrage tutorial was super helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. Make sure to subscribe for more. Check out the coach program in the description if you're interested, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.